Sunday?
Good, filled with study.
Oh,
I have exams, so I had to study.
is it going on or about to start
Yeah,
up?
till 30th of this month ending, and then again I have.
Acha. I was in Hyderabad for almost 4 years. I did my graduation from Hyderabad,
Oh,
but I was in Cyber Hub side,
cyber.
Madhapur, Madhapur, Cyber Hub, that side.
I'm not really familiar with these areas.
It's near to Banjara Hills, Jubilee Hills, that side of Hyderabad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think Nupuraka joined? No, like she added the people because it's saying live.
So maybe we are live now. Yeah, we are live.
Yeah,
Are we audible?
yeah, you are audible. Am I audible?
Yeah, I'm asking the audience if we are audible.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, we are.
Okay.
Hi, Snehal.
Where can I
Hi,
see?
Parul. So you don't have to leave the chat. Hi, Rajat.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Where can we see who's chatting with us?
If you're connected through a phone, then maybe from a different phone, you can go on the Blue Circle Facebook page and go on the
Oh,
live part, and then maybe that's how.
okay.
Because on laptop, I can see the comment section.
Yeah.
So I'll keep you posted if there's any question, I'll inform you about that.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah. Thank you.
So are you fond of badminton? I heard you had a tournament yesterday. How was
Yeah,
it?
not like fond of. I so adapt myself for anything. You put me in anything, I'm good with it. I'll get used to it in 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
So it's like that. I've been in many coaching centers and many activities. Like first, my first activity was classical dance,
Oh, nice.
Bharatanatyam. I did it for 9 or 10 months. After that, COVID came over and banned for practice. After that, again, Western dance. I like Western dance. My mama likes classical dance. So she used to go to classical dance. So then I was like, okay, okay, I will also come with you. I went with her for like 9 to 10 months, and COVID came over.
Then everything got shut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So during COVID, was there any difficulty that you faced or any challenges regarding insulin supply or food?
No, not
Not
at all.
really.
In fact, I actually enjoyed because Dada used to bake for me like low carb and all. So
Mhm.
I
Nice.
quite enjoyed it.
Nice. Mm. Let's start with our session. Maybe
Okay.
I can start. I hope everyone has joined. Let me just check.
Mm.
Are we audible and can everyone see us? Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, we can start now. Yeah. So, welcome to the Blue Circle workshop that we conduct every Sunday. And it is run by the people who themselves are diabetic or their caregivers. And we have been doing this workshop since 2020. And we have conducted almost 250 workshops so far. And Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation is India's largest patient led inclusive community with people living with diabetes, and everyone is welcome to join this community. So, hi everyone, I am Abhilasha, mother to a 2.5-year-old toddler, Shivina, who was diagnosed at when she was 2 years old. And with me, I have Vindhya. So, Vindhya, maybe you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Vindhya. I got diagnosed when I was 3 years old, 2016, and now I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing?
Pretty good.
Okay, yeah, good to know. So my daughter was diagnosed just 4 days after her birthday, which was in Feb 2025, and she was in DKA. And upon diagnosis, we were told that today's topic is basically low carb for children. So I would uh, I would like to introduce how we started in the beginning. So we were following a very normal diet, which was advised by the doctors and endos at the hospital, and I was dosing for the amount of carbs that Shivina used to have, but almost every time it was mismatched. Either the timing was mismatched, or the dosage was high, or the carb intake was low. So we were chasing ping pong of sugar levels day and night. And how did you came across this like low carb?
So the credit goes to my dad. He sat for a whole week, entire day and night. He searched. He made a full worksheet of grains, meat, anything available in this world. So listing out the carb amounts, the proteins, and all. And after all of that, he like he came across this group like
Mm-hmm.
type 1 diabetes. I really don't sweet souls. Yeah, we used to follow that. So first I got a diet, and then he we slowly started off like
Mm-hmm.
slowly eggs, chicken. My parents were first scared that, so it's like this, right? Chicken once in a week,
Mm-hmm.
or egg twice, like
Every
two
day.
in 1 in 2 days. But then when he came across this diet, it was saying that I should eat 2 or 3 eggs in a day, which he got scared because he never thought that this was the solution for my diabetes. So like slowly, gradually, he tested on himself first, and then he fed it to me. So he uh, he followed Dr. Bernstein, like the
Yeah,
book he wrote, Dr. Bernstein.
diabetes
He
solution.
followed, yeah, he read the book, he followed whatever the book said, not blind, but then he tested it on himself first before
Mm-hmm.
putting me into it. So he like the first 1 month or half, I guess, the doctors were saying the doctors literally just said that there is no cure for her. Like my insulin intake, it was not balanced.
Hmm.
Either the carb I'm eating was high and the insulin I'm taking was low,
No.
and the carbs I'm eating was less and the insulin intake was high. So they really didn't know how to manage it. And after reading the Bernstein's book and all of that, my dad, so there were only two people
Mm-hmm.
who, so there's this group of sweet souls. They only add people who are already like following the diet, but then type 1 grit. I think they changed the name. I really don't know.
Type
They,
1 grit is the new name. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So they only had people who are already following it. But then it should be like you have to help others, right? It's not like that. You're following it and you're in the group. So then the people who are following it were in other countries, like some like United States or something. I really don't know, but foreign countries. So
Mm-hmm.
he used to sit up late at nights and then call them, and he used to ask many doubts like how much insulin should we put in, like what type of food should she will she able to eat, will she able to be like other kids and all. So like that, and then slowly I came into type 1 grit. And
Mm-hmm.
then we got all these variety of recipes and all. So like that, it was a challenge. I mean, I cannot really detailedly explain it because I am not the one who went through it,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. You
yeah,
are too young. Yeah.
yeah.
Toddler basically is. So what with me, I also happened to came across this wonderful group name as Type 1 Normal, and
Oh,
so there's this wonderful lady named Jennifer in that group. So I used to
oh,
ask a lot of questions to her in the very beginning, and then
yeah,
she also recommended the same book, which is Diabetes Solution by Dr. Richard Bernstein, along with few other pages also of real moms who have raised their toddlers and now they are healthy and stable teenagers. And
yeah,
Jennifer, she has three kids, and this low carb lifestyle not only stabilized his son's sugar level, but her other kids were also able to stop their ADHD medications, which was a game
yeah,
changer for her. And it
yes,
was around that time only that I came across this Blue Circle community on Facebook, in the Indian community on Facebook. And
yeah,
then I I came to know that Nupur is also doing low carb, so I used to ask a lot of questions to Nupur. I used to ping her multiple times, and yes, the community itself is so helpful. Even if you search on the in the search bar of the community, you'll get many Indian low carb options, and they have
yeah,
many wonderful recipes in the Blue Circle app as well. So yeah, that is how my journey began, and I introduced low carb more or less after 2 months of diagnosis. Like earlier,
yeah,
I was doing pretty much the normal diet that was recommended because doctors say that you need carbs to grow, which now we know that is a myth.
yeah.
So you can share your height for those who believe in the myth that children need carb
I
to
feel
grow.
like I'm still growing because yesterday, not like 2 or 3 months ago, I was like 5'4" or something, and now I'm something like 5'5" or 5'6". I really didn't measure it, but then my mother's 5'6", and I'm almost the height of her.
Wow.
So,
And what's your
so
age?
I'm 12, just
Just
turned.
imagine 12 years and 5'6". What an amazing height.
Yeah, so the doctors, my dad went for my consultation and all. They said that if you put her on low carb diet, right, the
Hmm.
the lesser the carbs, the lesser the height she'll grow. But then when he got to type 1 grit, right, they were like, no, she'll grow like a weed and all. But the first month when they put me on this low carb diet and all, I didn't gain weight. I was the
Hmm.
same. So my father got scared, and then but still he tried her for a few days after that month, and then I gained weight and I started to grow height in between corona, like the period of pandemic. I just grew,
Hmm.
like,
Amazing.
whatever they said, it was totally reverse. I grew like a weed. It's like
Exactly.
yeah, whenever my friends call me you're tall, right, I just like, I feel like I'm a bamboo because bamboo grows 1 inch a day. Like, it keeps reminding me of, oh yeah, I'm like a bamboo.
Amazing, amazing height and amazing growth at this age. And
Yeah,
so when we shifted to low carb, Shivina's blood glucose level normalized and her insulin needs also dropped drastically. Like there was a
yeah,
month when I remember there was a month when she was completely off all insulin. And
oh,
even now there are few days when I don't have to give her any insulin at all. So this is basically the honeymoon period, and I would like to clarify that my main goal is not to put her off any insulin, but to maintain normal
yeah,
range. Like type 1 diabetics, there are no cure. They are insulin dependent for their entire
yes,
life,
yes,
and till we have a cure or a substitute. And but yeah, having said that, I still do focus on her nutrients and all, like
yeah,
less screen time, more exposure to sunlight, nature, her gut health. So,
yeah,
mm, so this low carb and high protein approach has helped me a lot
yeah,
in developing her immunity, growth, gut health, everything. It covers everything basically. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
nutrient rich food.
really, yeah. And I have, it's not like I just have two or three varieties of food. Not like I eat vegetables, but then few vegetables spike, right? A bit.
Mm.
Something around 10 to 20 or 30. It's max till 30, and then when it comes to cheat it, of course, have to take insulin. And
Mm.
I eat vegetables, but mostly it's meat. Chicken,
Hmm.
mutton, fish, anything.
Hmm.
Prawns, and seafood.
Seafood,
Seafood,
yes. Great
seafood,
option.
anything I can eat. Yeah, it's like that. And my parents make many types of things with those, sauces. Like from chicken, they make sausages
Hmm.
and momos, all everything. We wrap it in cabbage, like
Yeah, yeah, I
we,
know. I get that.
yeah,
We avoid the flour part and we wrap it in cabbage or
yeah,
lettuce and then steam it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And even for burgers, we avoid the buns, or maybe we can use a keto bread mix or something. Or
Yeah,
if you don't have it handy, then you can wrap it in lettuce or something like that. Even
yeah.
I eat Purina food like
And pizzas too. My mama makes the best pizzas in local.
yeah.
The extinct
For
type of.
those who say that don't deprive your children of anything, I would like to clarify that even type 1 diabetics can have and enjoy every variety of food. We just need
Really?
to tweak the ingredients a bit.
Yes,
Like my daughter
yes.
enjoys cakes, ice cream, everything, but we have to
I,
just change the
I
ingredients.
actually bake. I actually bake.
Oh,
I took it
nice.
over from my
Nice.
father. He used to bake for me, but then he came to software, right? He had less time, only Saturdays and Sundays, and I have Sundays. So I bake whenever it's free. I
Nice.
have
Nice.
free time.
Maybe when you have free time from school and
Yeah.
homework and activities, yeah.
And
So
instead
we
of
have.
sugar, and instead
Uh-huh.
of sugar, we use erythritol and stevia.
Okay. Stevia
Yeah.
leaves.
It's drops. The brand name is stevia, and it's also
Drop
stevia.
form. You are using the drop
Yeah.
form. So
Drop
I
form and
use monk. Yeah.
powder. Both. We use both.
Okay. So I'm using monk fruit sweetener without
Yeah.
erythritol, and yeah, that's it. I have not introduced stevia yet because it has a aftertaste. I have heard. So
Yeah, I mean, like once you get used to it, right, you really don't find the difference between it.
okay.
But then, yeah, in the starting, you will have the aftertaste. It depends on how much you put in, on how much sweet do you take, like the amount of sweet, or how much you like to have it. It depends on that. But drops, you have to be really conscious because it's
Higher
like,
concentration of.
yeah, you put one drop more than the one you need. It's like it gives you this horrible aftertaste,
Yeah,
which you
yeah.
really bear with.
So we have few questions I would like to share. Preetham has asked the name of the book, and it is The Diabetes Solution by Dr. Richard Bernstein. And Rajat has asked the link of groups which we have joined. We will share the links of the group later. And low carb items for vegetarians. So, protein in adults, I guess you can use whey protein powder, and you can opt for mushrooms, any green vegetables. You don't have to
Like,
go for the fancy ones like kale, broccoli, zucchini. You can go
yeah,
from what is locally
you
available.
broccoli and cauliflower serve the same. It's
Yeah,
not. It's just the color which differs them.
exactly. So you can
Paneer,
go for what is
you
locally available, that like
yeah, paneer,
bhindi, yes, paneer, bhindi, lauki,
yeah.
drumstick. Snehal is asking, can you please share your daily food from breakfast to dinner?
Okay, so breakfast, I normally don't eat anything because I don't know, I just get enough protein from whatever I eat from my lunch or my dinner. So, breakfast, if I have to eat, is because I go to school, my snacks would be eggs, like scrambled eggs, anything from eggs, like
Hmm.
boiled eggs, omelette, um scrambled eggs, Frankie. Frankie is like you make an omelette, you put on some mayonnaise, and it's the filling is optional. If you want to put tomatoes, onions,
Mm.
chicken, anything,
Chicken,
you can put
whatever.
anything. Yeah, it depends on if you're a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian, but both can have the best. And
Exactly.
lunch, it's I have a timetable. So this
Mhm.
day, this particular lunch, and
Okay.
Saturdays I have non-veg. Most of the times I have non-veg, like chicken curry, chicken fry, and all. So that, and dinner I take it really like little, less
Okay.
portion, but protein is really like the amount of protein I take is good. So the lunch kind of repeats for the dinner. Like if it's chicken for dinner too. But then
Mm.
if I feel like no, it's kind of boring, right? I'll do an omelette for myself and
Yeah.
eat. Or mama
Omelette.
will cook something else like vegetable or something.
Okay.
And sometimes my snacks will be kira, carrot, like that.
Nice. Nice. So even with low carb, we have to take insulin, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
that,
it's not like you have to take more amounts, but then it depends on how much you're eating. What is the carbohydrate content in it? How much, like the sensitivity of your insulin intake, like
yes,
that you have
and the
to take.
insulin profile as well. Like I know many people who are trying to cover their food intake through basal, which is absolutely wrong because
No,
basal
no,
insulin
no.
only covers
Basil,
the, yeah,
basil is used for the full day, like the whole day.
and it only
And
covers the glucose produced by your liver, not for the food.
yeah,
It is not for the food.
yeah,
People who are following high protein diet, there is a insulin called regular insulin, and we use that for protein intake. And for fast acting carbs like complex carbs, if we have to use, then we use Novo Rapid, like fast acting insulin. So there
yeah.
are different insulin for different profiles. Yeah. So, and was there any difficulty like uh, with this change, like change of food habits? You were quite young, so maybe like as a
Yeah,
family, what were the difficulty if you could share?
I mean, until I came to know what outside would really taste like. But it was like this because I was young. I was, I mean, it's true for a reason, keeping me away from chocolates because if I start eating them, it's kind of like an addiction or something. Kind of. You crave for more.
Hmm.
And then I remember myself say this, I was really innocent though. So I don't know what I must be something around 9 or 10. I was really innocent. I went to my mother and said that I was craving chocolates. I was eating really like really bad, and then I went to my mother and said that Mama, take me to a dentist. I I thought that sweet tooth was really physical. I thought sweet tooth was physical, but then I didn't know it was just a phrase from the English
Mhm.
language. So I went to my mom and said that, Mama, take me to the dentist. He'll remove my sweet tooth. I will not have cravings anymore. I said that. And today I still smile like whenever it comes to my way. So until I was 5 or 6, I really didn't know what actually chocolates taste like, or maybe I did. I really don't remember.
Mhm.
So it was not like I knew what was happening, what all people. I thought that whatever I'm eating, they are also eating, but with a different few more varieties. So I was
Mhm.
like, ah, okay, I also eat the same thing. But then when like till like third to fourth grade, like parents will give them fruits or anything healthy. So I was like, ah, just fruits now, I can avoid fruits, but then I eat it occasionally,
Okay.
fruits also, by taking insulin. And once I came to know that everyone's eating, except like everyone's eating more than what I thought. Like more chocolates than me, more carbs than me. How come? Like how is this fair? It's not fair to me. I thought that way because my parents were taking care of me, giving me shots, checking me on time. So I really didn't know the pain because they
Mhm.
were managing it,
We were
and I
managing it.
was fine. Yeah, but until I hit to 11, then I realized that okay, my condition is different. It's just a part of food that I cannot eat. But then, if I really want, my parents will buy it for me if I really want to eat. But
Hmm.
then sometimes it's like even if you really want it, you kind of have to, push it further, push it for 2 or 3 days. I got used to. I made it a habit now, so
Hmm.
it's helping me a lot. And I used to feel bad for not able, like I was feeling bad that I'm not able to eat what that girl is eating, what he is eating. And teachers, I don't like one thing. I mean, I came over it, but then that is what I felt from
Hmm.
nine in when I was nine, right? Teachers were showing me empathy, like no, not empathy, sympathy. They were like, you have diabetes. They used to give me extra privileges which I did not need. I did not need them. I so it was like this. Few like few 2 or 3 years back, my sugar levels were fluctuating high, low, high, low, high, low, and I really cannot go to school at that time. It's a risk for me, and
Hmm.
I really wouldn't want to. Like no one want to take it, right? So
Yeah.
I didn't go, and then that that academic year, the teachers kept asking me, "Why didn't you come? Why didn't you do this?" And I had to reveal it. My
Hmm.
parents say to the teachers because I need to take shots in the middle of class. If I feel low, I need to just take a break from all of it.
Yeah.
So it was it was kind of difficult because teachers like me, few teachers like me for seeing how capable I am of things like attending no like attending in class, how attentive I am. Like I really didn't focus on marks that much, but then
Hmm.
since I'm seventh now, I
Hmm.
have to. So teachers literally think that I'm a weak girl. Like, does a weak girl play badminton? Can she survive all that?
It's really sad on the part that they can't
Yeah,
accept.
but then, once I came to seventh grade, it's going reverse. Now
Yeah.
I every teacher look at me whenever it's for sports or
Yeah.
dance or anything, any activity and academics, because obviously I started to focus more on it, more on both, and teachers actually support me for that.
Nice, nice. So we have a question for you. He's
Yeah.
asking how you manage your sugar in school, like taking insulin and sugar monitoring.
Okay, so I don't have a sensor because I used to get rashes on my arm, like here, it's on my arms, right? So I used to get rashes, so I use. I use Dr. Morphin's test kit. It's like you have to prick it, like you have to
Glucometer.
put a strip to the monitor, you have to put all that. It's a little process. I mean, you have to go through if you want, like, if you have to check your sugars, right? So
Hmm.
my teachers love me. It's just that you have to say it.
Hmm.
Like I I really don't be like, teacher, can I check right now? I don't ask permission for that. I just go straight up, and my teachers also don't mind because even if they know or don't,
Hmm.
if they don't know, if they see me doing it, they'll ask me, right, why
Okay.
are you doing this? So I check whenever I feel irritated or whenever I feel low. But it's compulsory for me to check in my snacks break, which is around 10:30 or something, or
Hmm.
10:30, yeah, snacks break, and lunch break, which is at um 12, 12:40, 12:45, like that.
Okay.
So in those two periods, I check compulsorily, but then I also check whenever I feel irritated.
Hmm.
How I know like how
How
I
do
feel
you feel
irritated.
you're low? Yeah.
Yeah, when I feel low, right, I really can't pay attention to anything. It feels like um I'm just collapsing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Head
when my,
spinning.
yeah, it's like that. And then sometimes I really don't have the energy to literally stand straight. So then I take glucose or electrol, because it spikes instantly. So those two are the best to take when I'm in school. And
Who doses you when you are in school, like insulin
I
dosage?
I take shots by myself.
Nice, nice.
I use injections. I use injections and
Syringes.
syringes and the ఏంటది? Lispro. Lily Lispro, the correction one, which is for highs and low, which is for highs, not lows. When I feel high, right,
Mm-hmm.
I if normally I'm really calm. I process everything, answer them point, crisp to the point. But then when I'm irritated, right, if they raise their voice or tease me also, I take it serious. I take it serious and get aggressive. So it's like this. It's an alarm in my body saying that you're going high or you're feeling irritated. Sometimes it's like without me going high also, I feel irritated.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like an alarm in my body. You're feeling irritated. Check. No matter what, even if the principal's there, you have to check. So it's like that. I check, I take my shot, and then
So these are
after
10 which was given to us from the hospital. So this is the
okay,
fast acting one, and it has zero point 0.5 and 1 unit. And this is
okay,
the long acting basal Tresiba. It has only 1 unit of marking. But when we shifted the diet to low carb, I started using these syringes. Like these are the ones maybe you are also using. Huh?
yeah, those are the ones I'm
Hmm.
using too.
So we just I just pull it out from this vial, pen, because I don't have vials right now. So I just draw it like this from the pen itself. And it's really helpful because for smaller bodies, we need small insulin. And with low carb, also, the insulin dosage drops.
This
Yeah, you can share
is
your.
Lily Pro, like
Okay.
the one I use for highs.
Mm-hmm.
It,
For correction.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the same syringe.
Yes. So yours is 5.5 or zero point 0.3? 30
The
units or 50 units? No, the syringe. I have these 30 units one. So I can draw 0.25 also very precisely from this one. And I also have 50 units one, but 0.25 is a bit
3M.
it's
It's 3M.
3 mm.
Yeah,
Okay. 3 ml. Okay.
ml. And this is the one this is the basil I use. Level
Okay.
measure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So most endos they do not support this one or diluted insulin because they
This
feel
is this is the best you can use. The
exactly.
best, because if if someone's looking forward to take pump or something, right, please
Mhm.
don't. It will form a scar on your abdomen, and you're not free for sports. You'll be having this fear. I mean, I did not go through pump and all, but then my dad researched about it, he told me about it. So it keeps wiggling, like it's like
Yeah.
this much. You'll keep
Yeah.
having scars, and there's a high chance of you forming a scar tissue over there.
Hmm. And pumps
And
are also easily, it's not, it's expensive for most of
it's
us.
really
So,
expensive.
yeah. So, with people who are on MDI, it's Very good option if you go for syringes, because it's not realistically possible to feed a small toddler 40 to 50 grams of carbs in each meal, healthy carbs in each meal.
Yeah,
And you cannot expect them to finish the entire meal also. So these are the best option.
yeah.
Yeah.
These
And
are like quick ones. Like you can just
yeah,
draw, take a shot, put it away, you're good. You can go play
yeah.
anything, go do anything. There's no restrictions
Without the
except,
fear of going low, which happens very often when you use
yeah,
those foods which have zero point 0.5 markation.
yeah.
Okay. And for dilution also, I'm having a really hard time sourcing a diluent here, because most of the even my endo is clueless. Like he does not support diluted insulin for Shivina. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm looking for options, because even though we can do it at home, mostly it is preferred to be done at a pharmacist under sterile conditions. So yeah.
Yeah.
And even the diluting medium has to be sourced from the original insulin producer. Like for Novo Rapid, I have to source it from Novo Nordisk. It's Novo Nordisk, the company that manufactures that same insulin. So it's a bit of a challenge here, sourcing diluting medium. But yeah, we are doing good with this one.
Yeah.
And like the change in and the entire process or difficulty which one faces in changing of food habits, like we discussed, like it's mostly happening because one has been so addicted to sugar and processed carbs. Like it's everywhere in the market, each and every food is loaded with carbs, and carbs ultimately it turns into glucose in when you eat
Yeah.
carbs. So it's highly dangerous. We are advised not to do drugs, not to smoke, not to drink, but having unhealthy food is
Yeah.
normalized.
It is also one.
Yeah, and for type 1 diabetics, I feel the challenge is even greater because the satiety hormones are dysregulated, and the entire management revolves around food. The entire
Yeah.
management of this condition revolves around food. Like I
Yeah.
have never heard a doctor saying the same, giving the same advice to someone who has gluten allergy or nut allergy. But when you have carb allergy, type 1 diabetics are told to eat more carbs and dose more for it. Like I don't get that at all.
Really.
So we have one more question. Lunch option for school going vegetarian low carb. You can make anything from paneer, cheese,
Yeah.
vegetables,
Vegetables, anything.
mushrooms.
Yeah. I mean, if you want like variety of them, you can actually go on YouTube and search for keto diet ones. They'll actually give there are actually recipes for them.
And also I take help from chat GPT a lot. Like if for recipes I just type, like if I want to give a falafel, so I type low carb diabetic friendly falafel recipe for toddler, and it gives me a recipe.
Yeah, I go on Google, it gives me websites with keto diet. It
Okay.
like with website, the good thing with websites is that you have many options, desserts, like you know,
So
hot
there's this
soups,
one,
anything.
I know, starters, lunch option, breakfast option.
Yeah.
There's this wonderful lady called Carolyn. She has her own website, which is named as All Day I Dream About Food. She has a
I follow that one
variety.
too. I follow that one too.
Yeah, so she has so many options for desserts. Like it's amazing that you can make anything and everything low
Yeah.
carb.
And I also follow Pinterest for these cooking ideas because it specifically once you search for it, right, it'll give you in your homepage
Mm-hmm.
keto desserts for you, like food for you. You can take help of Google and ChatGPT if you don't want to do Pinterest.
Exactly. And for rice, if you crave for rice, what all options do you use?
If I crave for rice, it's so we I don't eat rice that often. I used to eat, but then not. It was this phase. Like a few months, I had a really good craving for rice. I ate also, taking shots and all. But
Mm-hmm.
then now I'm not taking it that much because I also have allergy for rice. The
Oh,
thing is that I used to tell whenever a new classmate or an old classmate asks me, why don't you eat rice? I simply just say that I have allergy, because I really don't want to explain, and I don't need to explain everything to them, right? So I just
exactly.
simply say that I have allergy, that's why I'm not eating. So, but then I actually have allergy. I develop these um pimples on my back over here.
Okay.
So, for rice, my option is boiled cauliflower, not completely until it's a paste. It's like half raw and half boiled.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shredded
then,
cauliflower.
yeah,
So I use this heart of palm rice when
okay,
if ever I have to feed her. And yeah, I also use cauliflower rice. And for roti and dosa, we use coconut flour or almond flour. But these are expensive, so I don't generally give her every day. These are not her everyday meals. But
mm,
for every day, someone has asked what do you give Shivina? So yeah, I make omelette. I experiment a lot with eggs. I actually
yeah,
make those egg muffins, omelette, or carrot or broccoli grated in egg, and I give her.
yeah,
So with eggs, you can experiment a lot, and she generally takes almost 5 to 6 eggs per day. So yeah, and that is
um,
not going to affect her health anyhow.
yeah,
So
it's not. I actually ate mm, 10, Amma. 10 or 11 eggs one day. I was so hungry. Like,
yeah,
just in one sitting, at 10 or 11 eggs. Like, straight up. I never really imagined that I would eat 10 to 11 eggs.
in a day.
So that's the story with me.
Yeah. So we have lot of options. Like even in I have grown up in Bengal, so I have seen many households. Their staple food includes egg, fish, prawn, everything. Like every
Yeah.
part of meat. Yeah. So it's quite normal in Bengal, and so I think they can a typhoon can enjoy any meal, any meal made of protein, but you just have to exclude the rice or chapati part. Like
Yeah.
even if you want to try biryani, you can make from these alternate option like heart of palm rice or Cajun rice or cauliflower rice, and you can add
When,
protein of your
yeah,
choice.
my option, what I go for is, I don't really eat rice. It's either just one spoon or two
Hmm.
from whatever my parents eat when they make biryani, and the rest, the chicken I eat. I
Hmm.
eat the
Exactly.
chicken.
You can eat anything. And what are the difficulty that you face like in the non-diabetic world? Like I have few people who are quite concerned who slid into my DMs messaging me that it is okay for now, but what will happen if she enters the non-diabetic world?
Yeah, it's not really a big challenge, but then it's just a small thing. Like, it will be there. Like, whenever you take shot or you check, right, it keeps pricking. It, or if it's not for everyone, it's either for me, saying that you have diabetes, you have to check every time. But then it's only when I do it. After that, I'm just normal. Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and then
Any food cravings, like when you see your friends having certain kind of foods and you want to.
fruits I eat. I eat one fruit a day. One fruit
No,
a
food.
day.
I'm talking food. Like any food
Food.
that you see your friends having and you cannot have it, or any cravings in particular that you feel
Any
that, oh, I'm
cravings in
missing this.
particular? Cravings. Coming to cravings, I entered my menstrual cycle 1.5 year back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this phase I have to go through, and no one can escape. So I had a lot of cravings, and my parents didn't deny it. And I tried to stop myself from actually having it, but then it just got the best of me. So I ate, cravings were a lot. My sugars spiked like hell. But then now slowly I'm trying to get it to a hold.
Hmm.
I'm eating, but then in a limit, not like limitless. I'm eating, I have to eat this much. I will eat this much. It's not like that. I will eat just for the taste, like half a cup or something, if it's measured in cups.
Hmm.
Um, it's like that. It's like I'm limiting it. It's not that I'm
Okay.
stopping it fully. If I stop it, don't try to stop it fully, because you, if you're dealing with diabetes, you will run back to it. Or if your daughter or son is, like, dealing with it, they will run back to it. Don't completely stop it. Don't, like,
Everything in moderation.
yeah. Like, in fact, actually tell them to push their cravings a bit further. Keep it for a day or two and have it when you really, really want it, and
Hmm.
you really want to have a taste of it. Push it till there. Not like, I am feeling like eating it, I will have it. No. But
Hmm.
sometimes, some occasions, okay, yeah. But then few sometimes you have to push it. It's like that. And uh, and yeah, so my best friend Anya, she is the best friend I can wish for. So she gets this food. She eats. So she normally gets, few times, if she has the scope, she will get food that I can eat, like two or three pieces, like
Um,
from her lunch, right? I actually pick from her lunch box. I see if it's a vegetable, I pick the vegetable and eat, and if I don't like it, I just give it back to her, saying that, here, you're a really good person, you need your lunch back. And we both share. It's not like I don't give my food. My parents also pack two or three pieces more so that she will eat,
can have, yeah.
and her parents pack two or three pieces more that I will eat. It's like that. And whenever she gets something that I don't eat, right, she will
Mhm.
ask me. I actually tell my friends not to eat anything like which contains carbohydrates or which is sweet, right? I tell
Mhm.
them not to eat it in front of me because I'll get that craving for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I tell them that, or if you get anything which is sweet or something that I like, right, except for whatever is included in my daily diet, until unless it's that, don't eat in front of me. You eat. I'm not restricting you guys or something. It's, do whatever you want, but then don't eat in front of me. uh it's like that. And then whenever she gets carbohydrate food, right, so she asks that, can I sit beside you? She normally sits beside me in lunch. So she asks, then, can I sit beside you, or you'll eat or should I finish up my lunch and come? She'll ask
Mhm.
like that, and I'm totally fine with it. Even if she wants it in front of me, I lost that thing that I should eat if they're eating.
This urge or
it,
craving
it
of
is a
food, yeah.
phase. It is a phase, but then few people enter it early and exit it early, and few people they face it late. So you have to face it some or the other time.
So Shivina is with me all the time. I don't know whether in future she would want to eat carbs or not, but as of now, I'm very happy that my fridge is loaded with carbs. Okay, so but whenever she opens the fridge, she reaches out for cherry tomatoes, broccoli, and she starts crying, "Mama, I want this! Mama, I want this!" So it's a good habit as of now, and I'm very happy with it. And even if we go out with friends, she enjoys feeding other children with her own hands, but she never has that urge of putting that into her mouth. Like she always say, no, 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 this is not my food. Yeah, jo bhi us type se. She's adjusting, adapting well. So maybe
Yeah,
in future she would want to try and explore new foods. Maybe I can bake for her or make it at home with another substitute ingredient. So yeah, it's wonderful to see young children developing good habits at such a young age. And so with low sugar, you generally treat it with glucose.
yeah, glucose. Or if I'm at home, right, if there's a
Mhm.
chocolate or something, then if I feel that it's okay, it's fine if it's low, if it's fine if it takes time to raise, I can handle with it. If it's something around 65 or something, right, then I
Mhm.
eat chocolate or something, because there's no problem. It's not like it's danger, oh my god, I have to eat. But then sometimes when we go out, right, hotels, restaurants or something, then it's the most of the restaurants put gulab jamun, which contains like sugar
Yeah.
this
Right.
much.
Yep. Yeah.
It's the quantity is really high. When I go low that time, right, just one ball of that is sufficient for me. And school glucose or electrol is the best, but electrol, like high consumption of electrol is not that good. I heard of it, but then my mama is saying no, so it is good. So I mostly
Yeah,
prefer
because with low
glucose.
carb, you have to balance all your electrolytes like potassium, sodium,
Yeah,
magnesium, everything. So for low carb approach, you have to include electrolytes in your daily meal.
yeah,
And so my endo, he explained me wonderfully. Like he asked me how low do you feel is low for her, because a non-diabetic they work perfectly in high 50s to 140 mg levels, sugar levels. So yeah, and how and when to treat lows also depends on her activity level, the
yeah,
difference between CGM and finger poke. She's on sensor. I have put her on sensor because she's too young to communicate, and
yeah,
it also depends on her insulin sensitivity, then how much insulin is in her system, because we are having a honeymoon phase. So it depends when and how we treat her lows. And even if she goes high at midnight, like if I have to correct, I wait for 2 to 3 days for a pattern, because with Tresiba it's quite difficult. It stays in your system for more than 36 hours. So we
mm,
have to wait for 2 to 3 days, and then I increase or decrease her dosage. And yeah, you've already shared how you correct yourself. You do it by yourself. So we have a question for you. Snehal is asking, how do you manage travel? Because I cannot answer this question. I have not traveled yet with Shivina.
how do I manage? Well, it's kind of easy once you get used to it. So the like my fasting, it has to be normal from 100. I use fryer pouch. It's like this pouch. It's filled with those balls which bulge when placed in water. So I put my insulin in it. It it
Okay.
keeps it cool
Cool.
for 48 hours. So I'm good with it in school, places, anything. And my fastings, my fasting, when I check my fasting, right, it will be normal sometimes until unless I'm on my menstrual cycle, because obviously hormones and all. So
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
keep it normal by not eating after 9. I don't eat after 9 until
9 p.m.
unless it's an occasion. Yeah, until unless it's an occasion or we went out, something like that. Except for those times, I don't eat after
Mhm.
9.
Mhm.
And when we travel, right, we carry syringes, and whenever we carry, right, I mean, whenever we go out, we I my parents and I make sure that I order something low carb, and I get the taste of the local food, like two
Mhm.
or three spoons, something like that. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's like I don't have an option. Like once, there's this incident when I went to Ooty. We
Mhm.
went to Ooty. The All the restaurants were closed, so it was something around 3 o'clock, so no restaurant will serve, it's direct dinner. So we
Mhm.
went to a local hotel which only served rice, a few curries which did not have vegetables in them, it was just the gravy.
Okay.
But then, as I said, I get I forgot the word. Adapted. I easily get adapted to places. So one day I ate rice, and then the next meals were like chicken only. We
Yeah.
order chicken, the local chicken, the recipes of
Mhm.
local.
Locally
So
available.
yeah, like that. We manage like that, and I take a pre-bolus before
Mm.
eating. When we go out, before eating, I pre-bolus. Like
Okay.
it depends on the food which you choose. If it's a buffet, then it's your wish which you eat. But then if it's a restaurant, you have to pick like this.
Mm.
And according to the carbs, you'll get you'll get an av or a rough calculation on how much carbs it contains,
Mm-hmm.
depending upon what flour they're using, what ingredients they're using. I mean, you will know what, like, roughly you'll know, right? They're
Yeah.
using flour and all. So depending on that, you we take pre-bolus, and then after eating, we I check.
Yeah.
Like
Post meal
sometimes it's
spice.
scary. Yeah. Sometimes it's scary to check because you know it will be high, but then you have to, otherwise the rest of the day will be high. So even if it's sometimes scary, best to check after you eat.
So someone Rajat is asking how long does the honeymoon phase last? Any way to prolong it? Honeymoon phase depends on person to person. The more sooner you shift to low carb, the more you can prolong it in the long run, and your insulin needs will drop. So for first few months maybe you require only a certain amount of basal dosage, and then because right now she's in honeymoon, my daughter is in honeymoon, so we were giving her 0.25 units of basal, but since past 3 to 4 days she's again off all insulin. So the only way to prolong honeymoon is the sooner you shift to low carb, the more you will be able to prolong it. And then someone else has asked which sensor is best in terms of accuracy, affordability, and easy to use? So we were earlier on Libre 2, so there was only 15 points difference, but it's been more than 3 months that we've shifted to Libre 2 Plus. In the beginning, Libre 2 Plus was very accurate. There was hardly any difference, like almost 1 to 4 points difference, sometimes 8 points difference. But I have had multiple Libre 2 Plus sensor failures, like almost 12 sensor failed within 2 months. And it was a traumatizing experience for my daughter. So we went to the Abort Education Center and we got a new sensor fixed there. But even that one failed. So we've now ordered links, and yeah, we'll see how it goes by. I think links is the more affordable option than Libre. And Vindhya, do you split your basal dosage?
No, I used to split my basal dosage, but then the basil I take in the night, it serves for the morning and to the next day evening.
Okay.
So I don't split my basil.
Okay. So my daughter is on Tresiba, and it gives a flat line. Tresiba covers for almost 36 to 48 hours, but we still do split, like AM and PM dose, 0.25, 0.25. And
Yeah.
but when she requires only 0.25, then I give her entire dose during the morning, because at night then I don't have to wake up and treat her lows. Yeah. And I also have a lot of people who are concerned that high protein diet will lead to heart diseases or other diseases. So I
Nothing
would
like
like to say that, yeah, it's
nothing like
completely a
that.
myth.
Myth, a big
It's
myth.
a myth. Cholesterol is not your enemy. High LDL level, high HDL level is not your enemy. Cholesterol repairs the artery, it does not harm it. The only thing which is harmful for your heart is inflammation, and inflammation is only caused by sugar and processed carbs intake. If you reduce those things, then there will be no inflammation at all. Like I know a few people who have high cholesterol, but then they are managing so well without any plaque formation because their sugar and processed carbs intakes are low. And our even means our body is designed in such a way that our liver produces 75% of the cholesterol required by our body in an unstressed state. So if we deprive our body of cholesterol, the liver overproduces it, and it does not shut itself completely until and unless we start feeding our bodies with meats, eggs, cheese, butter, ghee. So these are not harmful if you are on low carb. And we have a live example, like Vindhya has been type 1 diabetic since past 10 years, and she eats meat, eggs, everything regularly. She just mentioned that she had almost 10 to 11 eggs in a day.
There's no problem if you eat eggs, chicken, if you're on low carb.
Exactly, because a low carb diet suppresses inflammation and it supports your overall health and immunity. So, any more questions? So Ankita has asked how we come to know about it is honeymoon period. So for me, Shivina's insulin needs dropped drastically. Like we were when we were discharged, she was on 13 to 14 units, but after shifting to low carb, we had to stop all her fast acting because her body, her pancreas were producing insulin, started producing insulin, and with basal I got to know because she was going low every hour, so I was treating her lows every hour. So slowly and gradually I decreased her dosage, and then she was completely off insulin for a month. And when her fasting sugar came above 100, I started with her basal dose. Like I generally try to keep her fasting levels below 100, mostly in the 80s range. And by 80s, I mean finger prick 80, not CGM 80, because it differs a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any more questions? Like with a nutrient dense whole food meal, I also look for the fiber, antioxidants, digestive enzymes, and protein intake. Like it has to cover all the aspects because it's not just diabetes. We are looking for, in the long run, we are also looking at their immunity level, and keeping her glucose level in normal range, like between 70 to 120, because I know we can keep till 140, but I maintain this tight range of 70 to 120 so that she can have a complication free life in future, because hyperglycemia then again causes several multiple like organ failures, and there are so many health diseases that one can develop. Type 1 diabetics are more prone to develop other autoimmune diseases such as Hashimoto's, celiac, and all. So we have to maintain this tight non diabetic range. And Vindhya, what are your future goals?
Future goals. My future goals are to become an entrepreneur
Nice. So,
on the basis of low carb.
yeah, even I want Shivina to do something on this line as well, like maybe a nutritionist or a diabetic educator who supports low carb, because we need one.
Yeah,
And maybe people, they do not believe me, they may criticize me, but when it comes from a person who herself is a type 1 diabetic, and maybe that can educate people more,
yeah.
it will be more helpful for everyone. Yeah. And I also believe that with powerful position comes a sense of responsibility, because मतलब मुझे पर्सनली ऐसा लगता है, बहुत लोगों ने मुझे अप्रोच किया था कि ऐसा तो नहीं करना चाहिए, कार्ब्स ज़रूरी है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा।
I
बट
mean, it's needed, but then to a particular level, not
but
like
the
how much
carbs
we
that your
want to.
liver, but the glucose that your liver produces itself is sufficient for you to grow, for your brain development, for your body development itself is sufficient. You don't
Yeah.
need to put extra carbs in your system for growth and development. So yeah, I'd like to say that even professionals, they need to be more open to it, like
Yeah.
maybe suggest that this alternative approach at the time of diagnosis to help parents deal with this condition. Because I remember when I mentioned that maybe I can lower her carbs intake, they were quite hesitant. They told me, no, no, don't do that. So I think this needs to change in long run. सबको right होना चाहिए एक अच्छे और केयर फ्री फ्यूचर के लिए. And yeah, I think प्रोफेशनल्स को थोड़ा सा ओपन माइंडेड हो गए, बिकॉज मेरे एंडो ने भी मुझे लास्ट में यही बोला, आई वुड रैदर फॉलो अ पर्सनल अप्रोच रैदर देन अ टेक्स्ट बुक वन, बिकॉज ये कंडीशन अपने आप में हर बॉडी के लिए डिफरेंट है, इट वेरीज फ्रॉम पर्सन टू पर्सन. तो इसका अप्रोच भी थोड़ा पर्सनल होना जरूरी है, और सबको एक वैलिड एक अच्छा ऑल्टरनेटिव ऑप्शन भी देना चाहिए. तो या
No questions are there?
नो, आई डोंट थिंक देयर आर मोर क्वेश्चंस. Preetham has asked what HbA1c range is best control. So we try to maintain the non-diabetic range, which is below 5.7. And my daughter was diagnosed in February with A1C of 14, but within 6 months we were able to get it down to 5.6. And to avoid any sort of complications, one must maintain their A1C in the non-diabetic range. Vindhya, what's your target range?
Target
A1C range?
5.5, below 6.
Yeah, below 6. So I think we've answered all the questions and we've covered all our parts. And for protein veg options, many of you want to know. I would like to say that paneer, cheese, Greek yogurt, soy milk, almond milk. Then there are various seeds such as almond, sunflower, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds,
Yeah, many things.
mushrooms, and leafy green vegetables. You can experiment a lot with all these things. Like even if you want to make tarts, you can use crushed seeds powder into a mold, and you can use that. So the variety is large, and the change would only happen if we take the first step. I think that's all. We've answered all the questions, Vindhya.
Yeah.
So you can follow our Blue Circle community on all the social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube. You can also follow our blogs. Then anything else, Vindhya, you want to say?
No, I have nothing.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us on this wonderful chat.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.